Can you learn a one arm pull up in 18 days? Well, I don't know. Today's day 18, and I still haven't done it. But 17 days ago, I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. So here's how that went. Okay, obviously, not even close. I got to maybe here, right? But that's not too bad. There's some movement, right? Better than nothing. 17 days, 18 days, that's not a lot of time to learn any skill, but I figured we could give it a shot. So here's how that went. Also, 2 days ago, I got kneed right on the bridge of my nose. I don't know if you can see it too well, but if my nose looks kind of weird or if I sound like really stuffy, that's why. Anyways, let's get into it.
Okay, voiceover time. Day 2, all I did was these one-arm dead hangs. I think at this point I had already figured I'm not going to be able to do a one-arm pull-up with both arms in, 17, 18 days. So I was like, alright, we're only training the right arm, so you'll only see me training my right arm for the rest of this video. It doesn't take long to realize, like, I have no idea how to train this, so I do what anybody would do. Go onto YouTube, look up how to do a one-arm pull-up, and click the first video, right? So this dude, he gave me some exercises like these banded one-arm pull-ups, and what else? Weighted pull-ups, of course, I do that anyway, and a couple other exercises like holding your shoulder and doing a one-arm pull-up. Here on day 4, we can see me doing the resistance band assisted one-arm pull-ups that we just learned. So for these, notice how high I'm holding on the band. That gives me the most help when I'm doing these, and that'll change throughout the video. Hopefully, if I get stronger, I should be holding lower. Hyped for that. And here in day 5, oh my goodness, at practice earlier this day, I got absolutely whooped. I look like it. Poor me, I didn't work out this day, so sorry. So for day 6 here, I think this was just my back day because I'm doing the weighted pull-ups, and I normally only do that when I'm hitting back and buys. What am I doing here? It looks like 35 pounds or 45, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just did a few reps of that. Might as well just skip to the next one. Okay, day 7, I believe. I'm back doing the resistance band. Nothing special here. I think while I'm doing this, I might as well explain. You might be wondering, Maverick, what in the world is the thing with the 18 days? That's such a random number. I started this 18 days before December 31st, and December 31st is the last day of the year. We all know that. The premise of this video is actually I promised a friend of mine over the summer, or maybe the beginning of the school year, who knows, that they would see me do a one-arm pull-up before the end of the year. Unfortunately, I don't talk to this person anymore, but that promise is still up in the air, and I would never break a promise. So I think the best I can do here is get this video of me doing a one-arm pull-up, if I can do it, out there before the end of the year. And I like to think that that would mean that I kept my promise the best I could. Anyways, here we can see that I've been working on the top portion of the one-arm pull-up, because you might have seen on day whatever it was, I was able to get about halfway there, kind of my arm to a 90-degree angle, and stay there for a little bit. So I think I got the bottom portion done. So it's really just that top half that I want to work on here. Yeah, as we can see, this is day 10. And it was just a back day for me again. How much am I doing here? Looks like a 45 and a 10, so that's 55 pounds on me. It's not bad. I don't know how many reps I did. A couple, it looks like. And then, yeah, we're back to the band. Look at how much lower I'm holding on the resistance band, though. That's a pretty noticeable difference, I think. And it's a lot harder, as we can see by me not being able to control myself. Alright, day 11. I think I hit my leg really hard here on the safety. Do I? Okay, so day 13. This was Christmas, even though it says 12:26. I was up until like 7 or 8 a.m. this day. Day 14. What am I doing? Looks like I'm just training the top portion, doing an isometric hold at the top. And I have one finger on my left arm supporting here, so Not too much, but it makes it so much easier. Day 15. Looks like I go for a little one arm pull up. Not very close still. This must have been back day again. So what do I have on? Just a plate. Looks like. Yeah, must be. And then here, a plate and a 25, maybe. That's actually quite a bit. What's the math on that? 70? Damn. I'm strong, dude. Alright. What's after this? How much am I doing? What in the world? That might be a PR. Okay, here I'm back to doing the supported one arm. It's like archer pull-ups, kind of. But with only one finger on the other hand. Oh, I suck at them though, like I can't even hang on. Okay, here we're doing just some more training the top portion. Small range of motion, but you know, you can see what's going on. And although it doesn't look like I'm going that hard here, I actually just totally obliterated my right lat. I mean, I think I actually injured it, so I rested from the pull-up training, which is probably for the best anyway if I'm gonna try to PR today. Yesterday, I went on like a little mini cut. I don't really know what to call it, but I lowered my sodium and I went low on carbs just so I would retain less water, because I was thinking if I can lose like 5 pounds of water weight, that'll make a pretty big difference in a 1 rep max and something like a pull-up. So that was kind of the idea there. I don't know how much it actually helped. Alright, and here we are, finally. It's day 18, and you can see here I'm just warming up. Alright, boom. That right there. That pull-up was good. Like, that was clean, I think. It looks like my chin got over the bar, but you can't see my feet. I put the camera up on top of chairs, on top of a table, so that you could see that my chin was going over the bar, because that's really all it takes to do a pull-up, technically, right? Like, you just want your chin to get to the bar. So that happens, but you can't see my feet. I don't know. So I moved the camera back down to where it normally is, and I went for it again. So let's look at this. Okay. Is that a good rep? The calisthenics guys and the rock climbers, they're gonna say, Maverick, hell no. What was that? You just kipped, and that got you half of the rep. Well, guys, shut up, alright? It's technically a one-arm pull-up, okay? It looks to me like my chin's at the bar. I don't want to hear it. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna say that's a one-arm pull-up, because it is, but I will keep training the one-arm pull-up. I'll get it a lot cleaner, and I will just put that clip at the end of one of my videos in the future. So, can you learn the one-arm pull-up in only 18 days? No, obviously not. That's a silly question to even consider, if I'm being honest. I mean, I only did it in the most broad sense of the definition of a one-arm pull-up, and I like to think I have pretty above average back strength already. And truth is, this isn't even my first time training the one-arm pull-up. I did a little bit of work on it over the summer when I made the promise originally. But anyways, I'm not trying to spend too long recording and editing this thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and Happy New Year.